There have been a couple of posts that have come out recently on Twitter that really caught my attention. One of them was by Kagi Trader, and it was retweeted by Jack Dam. And he talked about summer trading, noting what the tendency of the SPY was to do um, during the summers. I saw quite a bit of similarity there, so I wanted to take a bit of a deeper look. And then this morning, um, Basil and Sage sent me "Is This Our Summer?" From Slope of Hope. And what basically he's saying is he sees this kind of activity happening for the rest of the summer. So he's expecting some kind of a move up, move down, and then a short bounce. So I wanted just to take a look at some other charts going back 10 years and see if we can find any seasonality. So now you've all had a good look at my desktop. Let's go back and look at 10 years of summers. So what I've done is I've shaded the summers and I've marked some key turning dates. 2000 was pretty much a disaster, very choppy, but choppy to the downside. 2001, I can't really call this a peak, but we dropped to July 25th and then came up into August 27th. These yellow highlighted areas show some kind of similarity, with a peak on June the 19th, a drop down first week of July, June 24th, August 18th, June 20th, June 6th. Now we've got to move over. And we've got July 18th. Nothing really trending here in 2006. A bottom of July 17th in 2007. 2008 was brutal, but we still saw June the 10th, July the 10th. June the 16th, July the 10th. June the 21st, July the 6th. The commonality I'm trying to point out here is it looks like somewhere between the 10th and the 22nd of June there is a tendency to peak. And then somewhere between the July long weekend and the middle of July, there's a tendency to hit bottom and then to bounce up again. If we look at things like the RSI, we have some oversold periods, overbought periods, but nothing really jumps out. Relative volatility index, again in the summer times we don't seem to have, well, here's a V-shaped volatility, here's another V-shaped volatility, here's a W shape. Oh, this is all over the place, but maybe it's a straight line going bottom to top with one dip. Here's another W shape, here's an inverted V shape, but no wild swings of volatility. So what's going to happen to us this summer? Here we are in that period that is that June 10th to June 22nd period. Let's just blow us up here and take a look at what's been going on. I've got these Fibonacci projections, and I'm looking at a projection of this drop, this green drop, and replicating it from this high, and we've come down to about a 100% retrace of this drop. So this drop here is equal to this drop. And frankly, it would be dead on if I used this as the top of the fib line, then it would be dead on. If I look at this drop here, this blue one, and project it from here, we are at 200% for several days last week, and then we dropped through the 200% and then started replicating this projection and its 100% point. Where are we in terms of RSI? We're not quite oversold, and we've had a bounce in the relative volatility index, but we're at a low. And if we recall something that Larry McMillan said earlier in the week, he talked about a VIX spike to almost 20 and then reverse back to 17. He says it's a tradable market rally has been followed each time. So that's what I'd be looking for, tending to agree with the other studies that were published and say that this is a week where we could possibly see a seasonal move up, but that we are very likely to come down and hit our bottom of the summer during the week of July the 4th to the 10th, and then we're going to play around, but all indications from most of the analysts say that we would resume our bull cyclical move sometime in the fall.